timpani drum. Stole shelter from the storm the night my cousin's baby was born. Some say I'm a wild man, drink too much nectar from the corn. Yeah, driving, when's this break gon' come? You buy my bacon with the big old timpani drum. Timpani drum. I'm still driving. I'm still driving. I'm still driving. I'm still driving.
Hello, this is my 75 Fummins that I built. I call it phase 1 of the truck. Phase 2, I've got a rust-free super cab that I'm gonna swap on there. And when I do that, I'll do some more upgrades and paint the whole truck and this and that. So phase 1's been really good. I've been driving it for over a year now. No major problems or breakdowns. I've road tripped it off the island and that, so really happy with it. I'll put in some pictures to help explain, because it's kind of Frankenstein out of 3 trucks. The frame, chassis, axles are out of a 91 F250. The body is a 75 F250, and the powertrain is a 98 Dodge 3500 Cummins. So starting at the front of the truck, got your Cummins. I rebuilt it myself. It had run out of oil, so I had to bore out the cylinders. Rebuilt it. It doesn't burn any oil, which is nice. Fuel system's all stock. No intercooler. I know a lot of guys have stuffed them behind the grill, and it could be done, but these grills are really flimsy, so I'm not too motivated to do it right now. Maybe in the future. Alternator is a Dodge unit with a voltage regulator wired in. Just a mechanical fan. Pretty big gap between it and the radiator, but it works. Radiator is out of a 460 truck, and I had it re-cored, so it works really good. I had them swap the outlets as well, so the plumbing was really nice. I know a lot of guys had to use elbows and joiners and stuff to make it work, but this was a lot easier. See all that. My turbo is just an eBay special. My buddy had it sitting around, so it wastegates at 25 pounds. Brake system. The master cylinder is out of a 91 to match the chassis, and it pairs up to a 75 booster, which works fine. I checked the stroke and everything, and it's got lots of stopping power, so that all works good. And the vacuum system is run off the Dodge vacuum pump, and I put in a vacuum reservoir, so you get 5 or 6 pumps when the truck shut off. And the clutch, it's a Dodge NV 4500 trans, so it's got a hydraulic clutch reservoir there, and can't really see where I've grafted the that master cylinder into the firewall. So moving into the cab, you got your Stewart Warner tachometer. It reads off the AC voltage tap on the alternator. And the vintage Ford dash, the speedometer works. It reads in miles an hour, but that's how they were back in the day. The fuel level sender works. The rest of it I didn't bother with. Got the cheap set of vital gauges and a boost gauge. I didn't bother with the radio yet. It's so bloody loud in the cab, there's not much point. Shifters, I tried to make them look vintage. Pretty happy with them, and everyone's favorite cup holders down there. Pedals are kind of grafted together between the Ford and the Dodge to get the Ford, or the Dodge clutch master cylinder to work. Made the stop to stop the pedal so it doesn't bottom out inside the cylinder. I changed up the throttle pedal to work too. Yeah, and I'm sure some of you will ask why I'm swapping the cab. Well, for starters, the floor is kind of bolted together out of replacement panels. And then the rust is quite bad. See where it's siliconed, and then I painted the roof gray just to kind of seal it. But there's pinholes all through there, so it is what it is. I wish I'd found the rust-free cab before I built the truck, but yeah. So underneath the truck here, we got the front axle. Rides really rough on those springs. I've got a reverse shackle kit ordered. I'll do that this winter. It's a Dana 60 high pinion up front, 410 gears. Got the Dodge transfer case. The Ford Speedo cable actually adapted into the electric sender unit, so that was one of the few things that worked out really nice. Of course the dash reads in miles an hour, but it's better than nothing. All the drive shafts custom built. Got the Raycor water separator. And the rear axle is a Ford 10 1/4. Open diff. That'll probably get upgraded too. I had to move the rear suspension forward about a foot to get the wheelbase correct. This chassis was originally a crew cab, so I had to make that work. Of course, then the box mounts don't line up, so it snowballs. The fuel tank is a 30-something gallon unit. It's extra deep. I plumbed the fuel return for the diesel system into there.